Shalom. I'm gonna give all praises, honor, and glory to Allah, Shem Al Shab, Shem Al Kadash. And double and say the elders and apostles of great and most holy and told me the truth. And peace, blessing, and salutations to the hopeful elect. Like it says, families of women threatened to take her husband after she broke divorce. Letting you know that the men are the prize. The men are the prize.
So I posted a story, I can't remember when. It must have been like a week ago now. Of a woman who essentially wanted to divorce her husband for no reason. She posted it, the video went viral, she got a lot of backlash. And she's making more videos now. But before I get into all that, let's just watch the video in just a little bit, just so we have some context. But earlier this year, I told my husband I wanted a divorce. And this would probably shock a lot of my friends and my family because I hadn't told anybody, okay? I walked myself through the logistics of where would I live, how would we split the time with the kids, who gets the dog, where all of those things, okay? Had a full breakdown. I feel like I have been searching for something in my relationship that we don't have for the whole time we've been married, which has been 10 years. There is not a single thing about my husband in and of himself that I do not love. Let me be very clear about that. He is the most self-disciplined, loyal, hardworking, good person that you could meet on this planet. And that is probably the reason, that is the reason why I have not left, okay? Our relationship and what my expectations are for my marriage and what they always have been are not met, right? Which I don't know if anybody's are. So essentially, she wanted a divorce. She planned everything out. The guy was a great guy, but she just wasn't. The spark just wasn't there. And I think she posted this expecting women to be on her side or expecting sympathy, which there was some. But the overwhelming majority of people were like, what is wrong with you? And I remember during the video, she said something like, her thinking, is there something better out there? And I remember saying, there's nothing out here for you.
Yeah, shit dumb, man. Simple as that, shit dumb. As it says here in Isaiah 4, man. And in that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man. See, we'll eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name, to take away our reproach, which means shame. And even then, today, you got these women talking about feed me, buy me clothes. So you know, won't be saying that. The only thing that's gonna be on our mind is to get protection, man. And essentially, that's why you shouldn't even worry about these females, man. Because at the end of the day, they're going to be chasing. I read the Psalms of the Lord. Or if they can find them, that. Yeah, man. But even then, man. Isaiah. Is it 32? Or maybe it's 33. A hiding place for the wind. Well, yeah, Isaiah 32 and 2 says, and a man shall be as in hiding place from the wind, and a covert from the tempest, as rivers of water in a dry place, as the shadow of a great rock in the weary land. Literally, all these things are there for protection and defense, and that's what the the men of the Lord are going to be. Well, for their women, of course. But even then, if you think about it, these women, what's the word? Yeah, they're going to be ashamed, and not only ashamed, the only reason why they're coming around it because they want protection. And even then, all I can say is that a lot of women will be turned away or rejected.
You're a single mom. You would be a single mom. You have 3 kids. You're older. There's nothing better for you. Literally nothing. But the men have been in her comments posting, because now she's posting her husband and her family, and everybody is posting, "Run, Ryan, run." Right? They're saying, "Get out. She don't like you like that. Leave." But then she posted her husband, and this is where it got interesting, because in reality, she might be punching, okay? And the women in the comments were like, "Yeah, when you leave, I'm here. I'm ready." And now, because of that, because of all the attention her husband is getting, in my opinion, she changed her mind, and now all of a sudden she doesn't want to get divorced. Yeah, she realized that there are a lot of men out there who are ready and waiting to take on a man who's a good man, caring, does what he's supposed to do as a husband, attractive. There's a whole heap of women waiting. But there ain't a whole heap of men waiting for a woman like this. I can tell you that. I keep trying to record this video and I keep going way off topic, so I'm going to stick right to the point of what I want to say. This video got posted about a week and a half ago. It was me just getting on, expressing my feelings, and there's been a lot of people who have taken it and kind of turned it into something else. And that's my own fault for not explaining things better or being super clear about things. And I don't owe that to anyone to really go back and try to defend myself on everything that I said. The point of the video was me asking for advice on how to become closer with my husband. I had a couple notifications from people sending me videos that more people have stitched. Just feeling really bad about like being misunderstood and feeling really sad that so many people are taking it.
And you can tell she's lying, man. You can tell she's lying. She realized she's not that important.
The wrong way, I guess. You can think that what I said was wrong or how I felt was wrong, but I know how I felt. And the only thing that gave me peace at that moment was remembering and feeling God's love and knowing that He's the only one at the end of the day who knows my heart and my intentions.
Shut up.
Let's be for real, okay? You were gonna break your vow with God for no reason. You were literally, if this response was different, you would have broken your vows that you made with God for nothing. A good man, your words, good man, take care of you, doesn't cheat, doesn't do anything. He does everything he's supposed to do, and you are going to leave for nothing. So don't bring God into this, okay? What's happened is you've seen the response. You've seen that there are a lot of women who will take your husband. You've seen all the men telling your husband, run away. And now you're thinking, maybe I have a catch here.
So my flight is delayed, which means I get to start my first color page of the day. And if you're curious, this is called Zen Color. It's so fun
She
because
dumb,
I
man.
have a catch here. So yes, I am pregnant. Pregnant with my 6th child. This is gonna be my 4th baby daddy. Yes, it's true. Yes, I am homeless. I'm homeless. I'm living out of my car. I'm living out of hotels. I'm living from pillar to post, okay? I have no job. Yes, I have no job, okay? We listen and we don't judge. I have no job. I'm 35 years old, living out of my car, pregnant, not with the baby daddy, by myself. Could life get any worse? Possibly. Possibly. I mean, I could step out tomorrow and get hit by a car. And then we're in the hospital. Shit, that would not be good. So, the next time somebody comes to my comments asking me questions, refer back to this video. Yes, I know I'm old as okay? Got a hell of a lot of kids. I'm homeless. And I'm broke. But guess what? I'm still alive and I'm living.
Oh, I swear, man. Hearing her do that clicky thing with her tongue is annoying. It's so annoying.
And I can see and I can hear and I can smell and I can enjoy my babies. And I'm living and I'm healthy. I have my health. So yes, it's hard. My life's a mess. But the great thing about being at the bottom is the only way is up, huh? Why are you pregnant?
No.
You know, past decisions are past decisions. You can say, I was younger, even if it was 2 years, 3 years. The things that I know now, I didn't know then. Why are you currently pregnant right now? Go to the clinic. You're homeless. You're 35. He took my kids from me. You guys literally keep asking me, where's your baby daddies? Why are your baby daddies not helping?
No, I don't want to watch it. Really, man.
Old women's past against them, and women should do the same to men. Because people who make bad decisions, they make bad decisions. So you'll find that someone who is a habitual cheater, for example, also does other weird shit or has other bad habits, has no self-control in other areas of their lives as well. And what we're seeing already here with this woman is she seems like she is addicted to making bad decisions. It's just a big mess. But anyway, when you understand that women can only get pregnant, growing up, a lot of us didn't know this growing up. A lot of us didn't know this growing up. Women can only get pregnant a certain time every month. And this is you. How do you have 4 different baby dads? But you could only get, so at that specific time.
So at the end of the day, she's an adulterer. The first man was enough. But obviously, yeah, you can see she's adulterous, man. Adulterous woman. Proverbs 30 and 20. Such is the way of an adulterous woman. She eateth and wipeth her mouth and saith, I have done no wickedness. So, yeah, man, she can't even cover her own shame.
At that specific time, what about? You decide to be a demon and do all this shit? And women know their bodies. They know when they're ovulating. They know it. You can plan around this. It is that deep. Well, firstly, you should be on contraception, firstly. But even if you're not, like, it's probably expensive in America, privatized, okay. Oh, come on, man. The ex-husband, okay. I mean, the relationship sounded tumultuous, but okay. At least you are married. At least you tried, right? The second one exposed you, or you... the third one sounds like he has a whole different life. Sounds like you were the side chick. And the fourth one, of course you have to get one that's locked up. And I looked at social media and I'm like, look at this shit, bro. I don't give a fuck. I'm the coolest bitch you've ever been with. The coolest. I don't give a fuck.
Gross, man.
I'm gonna say so. I don't wanna say. Firstly, cover up. Nobody wants to see what you got going on. Nobody wants to see what you got going on. Cover up. Put some clothes on. Firstly, okay? What is this? What is this? Ma'am, you're hopeless. Oh my God. I'm done.
I don't have a bunch of options. Do I have men who like me? Yes, but I don't have a bunch of proficient prospects. An option is not an option if the feeling is not mutual. It doesn't matter how many men or women somebody may have after them. If those are not proficient prospects, it means nothing. If those people who like you are not people that you even see yourself dealing with, or those are not people who you have a mutual interest in, then those are just people who like you, but they're not actual options. Most people don't have a bunch of qualified contenders. They don't. You gotta think how hard it is to find quality people on both ends, both men and women. Let's just break down some undeniable truths. Number one, if you're a woman who doesn't approach men, meaning you don't go up to men when you out, you don't DM men, that means you only can choose from the men who reach out to you, the men who shoot their shot at you. So if none of the men who reach out and shoot their shot at you are men who you see as qualified contenders, then that means you only can choose from what's approaching you. Next thing is, the older you get, the worse the options get, because the more life that people have lived, right? So now you got divorces, you got kids, you just got a lot more baggage the older the person gets, usually. Now, I'm an exception to the rule because I've lived kind of, some would say, a boring life. You know, I've not done a lot of things to end up with a lot of baggage at my age, but that's not typical. Most people have done a lot of things leading up to getting to my age. So the men that I have to choose from have done a lot of living by this point, and they have a lot of baggage to show for it. At the end of the day, I don't sit around complaining or making it a big deal that at my age, I don't think that I'll probably be able to find what it is that I want. I've accepted it and I've come to peace with it. Only other people make a big deal out of it, specifically the internet, because people in my real life never make a big deal out of it because they know the type of life that I live. There really is not too much more a man could contribute to my life or lifestyle because I've done so well on my own. But on the internet, people make a big deal out of me being single and not having no man. And it is what it is. But men claim to want women to be realistic. But then when they meet a woman who's realistic and she say, hey, I may just end up being single for the rest of my life, and I'm perfectly fine with that. They find a problem with that too. So you can't listen to these men because they're going to find an issue with anything. If I'm okay with my singleness, everybody else needs to be okay with it too, because it's a good chance it ain't going to change. And I've made my...
It ain't gonna change. Yes, it will. It's gonna change when Jacob Trouble comes along. You're gonna be in fear, man.
Peace with that, because at the end of the day, life is still good.
Dana, in my opinion, is one of the best content creators because of how self-aware she is. She always keeps it real. She always says it how it is. Everything she said in this video, I agree with. As you get older, your options get worse. That only isn't the case if you're a successful man. If you're a successful man, your options get better. Dana is a successful woman, but she don't want to date no younger guys. She don't want to date younger guys. She wants to date an older guy. The problem is, a lot of older men have baggage, just like a lot of older women have baggage. And it's up to you on whether you want to deal with that. Some people, people with kids in their 30s date each other. It's normal. Completely normal. But if you're someone like Dana, who has lived a boring life, quote unquote, and you don't have that baggage, you're going to be less likely to take on someone else's baggage. And she could have came on here and flexed and frauded and said, yeah, I do have a bunch of options. But she admitted it. She don't really have that many options. And if she ends up single, she's cool with that. I have to respect it. Respect it.
Men that are not with their children's mother do not parent their children based on the way they feel about their children's mother. Men parent their children based on the kind of parent that they are, the kind of person that they are, the way that they feel about their children. It does not have anything to do with the way that they feel about their child's mother. Now, when women keep their children from their father and women drag the father through the court system, there may be a delay for that father seeing and having a relationship with his child. A man should not have to submit to a woman and submit to her every demand to have a relationship with his children. This should not be a thing. And then to try to say, oh, well, he treats his children based on the way he feels about their mother. No, no. You treat your children based on the way you feel about their father is what's happening if you think this. That's what's happening. So you don't like their father, you ruin that relationship to the best of your ability. Father takes you to court, he's stealing his child. Oh, it's the new girl. Oh, no. A man is not going to treat his children based on the way he feels about his mother or about their mother. He can absolutely despise their mother and absolutely adore his children.
The idea that this is the case, it just absolves these women who have picked poor men of accountability. Oh, it's because I'm not with him anymore. It's because I moved on. No, it's because he's a terrible guy, and you knew that. He's just a bad person. There are men out there who have terrible relationships with their baby mom. Their baby mom has dragged them to court. They're fighting for custody, and they treat the child fine because they're just decent people.
Yeah, man. All I'm gonna say is I wanna give a praise on the glory to Yahweh, Shema Shah, Shema Kakadash, and Shalom, man.